bit wobbly. Hi, I'm heading up to Pen Tyrau-an, which is one of the Arenig Fawr outliers. I haven't been for years. I used to do a lot of rock climbing here in the 90s. In fact, I discovered and did the first ascents on a lot of these crags, and they're in the guidebook. But I just wanted to have a look, a trip down memory lane, you might have it, at a couple of the routes. There's one really weird one which is called the Crow Road, which scrambles up into like a chimney, a fissure in the rock, and you climb up the back and pop out at the top. I've bought some rock boots just in case I fancy it, but I might not even get into the chimney. It's a greasy look at those black Welsh blacks they are. That is Arenig, or it's not quite the top of Arenig, but that saddle is going over to Arenig. Arenig Fawr, the summit, is just beyond that. That's what I called Arrowhead Buttress up there, and these are the cliffs of Pen Tyrau-an. Anyway, I'll catch you up there. Awful to walk on. This is how I remember it. Just heather, bilberries, big deep holes you can fall down. We're heading up to there. That's Arrowhead Buttress. It's like a gritstone outcrop or edge. Oh, anyway, yeah, here we are. Ooh. Light's not very good because it's in shadow. There's a route called Tough Gong there, Bob Marley. Some hard routes here that I haven't done. Wind's up. That's one of mine. It's got a hatful of hollow from the Smiths. Got to climb past that huge flake of rock, which is hollow, and it's really nerve-wracking because it must weigh a ton. Well, this is the Crow Road, but it looks very dirty. A real dirty scramble to get into the chimney up there. There's another is that it? Yeah, I think you can scramble through there. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, the intention was to solo up. It's just so dirty and a bit loose. Yeah, it's very greasy. It's not difficult, it's only a V-diff, but you get to the top and you pull left into that crack at the top, and then there's an amazing sort of cavern, really, gallery, chimney, and what you call it. It's big enough for two people and probably 3 or 4 people to stand in. I might go scramble up the descent crack and have a look down. Yeah, impressive rock architecture. Beautiful outlook. Fabulous. Midnight, my favourite part of Wales, I suppose, the midnight. Just wild. Really wild. There's Arenig Fawr. Bach, little Arenig. Right, I'll put my chest harness on. I'm just going to have a scramble up here. This is like a descent groove. Hang on. I've got a head torch on. Oh, I don't think I need it. Don't think I need it. Yeah. This bloody thing on. Right. You won't be able to see this, I don't think. If you don't get the configuration right with this frigging torch, you can lock it, and look, it won't turn on. You've got to do all sorts of combinations of presses. Useless piece of shite. Bloody Olight, the rubbish. You can see, but it's pretty dark. I'm sure we use this as a descent, but it's bloody awkward. I got a good hold. Good hold. This will just be a bloody jumble of footage. Right, is that another way? Crap. Up here now. You see? Can you see? This isn't. This is just a subterranean scramble. If I can get my leg up. There we go. Oh, blimey neck. Gotta get out of here now. This is a bit of a thrutch. A bit thrutchy. Get my foot high. Actually, don't slip. Foot's just slipping off. Jesus. Nearly off. Oh, now what? Now what? It becomes like a... I don't remember this. I remember it just being an easy descent. Reached a bit of an impasse. Come up there, scramble. I don't remember it as being the descent groove that we used. Just bracing myself here. I've just got to get this up this little bit, but I don't want to slip in May. It's very mossy. So yeah, put this camera back. Oh, carrying this bloody useless Olight, which is really uncomfortable. If I can get my foot right up there. Shit. It's not far to fall. I just want a good handhold. Good handhold, please. If I had my rock boots, it wouldn't be too bad. So close, so bloody close. Trouble is, this lichen is so hand jam. Ah, trouble, yeah. This wall's so loose and lichenous. Oh, that's better. I saw that. Big pocket there. I can just do that. Hey! And with one brown he was free. Bloody hell. That was harder than it looked. That was interesting. Remember, we used to be what we call in climbing the descent route. Well, it was a descent groove, which I remember going through subterranean passage, but that seemed much harder. I mean, technically, it's probably like a diff, rock climb or scramble, but that seemed much harder. And yeah, it was interesting, especially in walking boots. If you had rock boots on, it wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, I'm going to get back down. Catch you later. Yeah, that was interesting. Don't remember it being like that. It was just a descent groove we used. Yeah, I mean, a long time ago. Hang on, move this camera up a bit. Yeah, so yeah, that was interesting, but getting off is a nightmare. I remember now, how difficult it can be. There are no obvious descents, and you're pulling on heather, ferns, there's hidden crevasses, you know, hidden little edges where you can fall over because they're all covered in vegetation. There's that slippery grass, I don't know what it's called, that really treacherous reddish green grass. Yeah, for the adventurous only if you come here, and nobody does come here. It is dangerous. I did a route here, a route of my own about 10 years ago, solo in it, and I fell off about 15 feet up. Luckily, Fergus was at the bottom. I missed him, but I bounced and cracked my head, knocked myself out. When it came to, I had terrible concussion. I knew I should phone home, and just in case I passed out. And I didn't know how to use the phone. I just held it in front of my face, and I didn't know how to use a mobile phone. I knew it was something to do with the buttons, but I didn't know how to phone. I didn't know my number. I didn't know what to do with it. So concussion, eh? So I was very lucky. Because if you have an accident here, and I did tell Christine, my partner, where I was today, because if you have an accident in one of those grooves or chimneys or up there, nobody would find you. You'd never get found because nobody comes here. So yeah, the battery's getting low on this, so I've got my drone, so maybe get some drone footage. I must order another battery for this Osmo. Right, as I said before, battery's really nearly out on this Osmo, and I must order another battery when I get home. Yeah, just a bit of drone footage. That was an interesting little scramble. It was actually the top of a nice tower. When we were exploring the Arenig, we somehow missed that. I didn't start at the bottom because it's a nasty landing, and it's a pure rock climb at VS, I would say. so I'm not going to solo that today. Well, I wouldn't solo it, I'd climb it with a rope, but I played around by getting in halfway up on the ledge and climbing the easier top bit, but lovely rock. But yeah, it's worth doing. Yeah, so battery nearly gone, so it's a great adventurous place here. You'll never see anybody here. It's just an adventure wonderland. I laugh at these YouTubers, you know, who do all these outdoor videos, and they do some pathetic little scramble and think they're Alex Honnold and that, really hyping up the exposure and everything, or they go wild camping to bloody Angle Tarn. I mean, why does everyone go to Angle Tarn? Millions of tarns in the Lake District. Yeah, so if you want adventure, you've got to come somewhere like here, Pen Tyrau-an, one of the Arenigs, and it's not for the faint-hearted. You've got to be serious, competent outdoors person if you're going to climb and scramble. Even walking here, it's leg-breaking stuff. It really is. Just the jumble of rocks and crevices and deep slits and steep lush vegetation. It's yeah, it's rough. It's the rough stuff, all right. So if you think you're hard enough, give it a go. Anyway, before this battery goes, I'll say ta-ra, and I might go. I think the Big Yin, the climb called the Big Yin, is up top, so I might have a look at that before I go. But I'll sign off now and speak soon. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.